Hello there and welcome to bnettv.com. I'm Michelle Sklar. We're here at the Mobile Marketing Association's Forum in Los Angeles. I am joined by Jeff Hasen of hipcricket. Thank you so much for joining us today.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for asking me.
Absolutely. Why don't you tell us about your company? Great name, by the way.
Well, thank you. We're a mobile marketing company, 3.5 years old. We have software and services, and we do it primarily for broadcasters and brands.
Okay.
And what we do is we're a conduit for a relationship between a consumer and a brand or an advertiser. So really what we're doing is we're delivering an opportunity for an advertiser or a broadcaster to speak on a one-to-one, real-time basis with a consumer, which is really what advertisers have been looking for forever. So while the world has changed in mobile, it really is the same in that it's that interaction that's so valuable to an advertiser.
Absolutely. Now, when you say speak one-to-one with a consumer, what exactly do you mean by that?
Yeah, so many of our campaigns are opt-in, which there's a call to action, so there would be an offer. A good example is one we talked about today, which was Coffee Bean. You would ask a consumer to text in the word bean to a short code, and they would get a 2-for-1 offer for a specialty drink. And that would allow the consumer on his or her own terms to control the dialogue. And we're all about permission-based, that's the buzzword, but that's really the power of what we do with our customers. It's all controlled by the consumer. They say when they want it and when they don't want it. So in that particular case, the interaction might end once you go into the store and show the response you get, or you might seek more information. So there's an ongoing dialogue with the advertiser.
Absolutely. Now, what has your experience been like entering into the market over the last 3.5 years? People at once sort of, were a little bit tentative in how they wanted to embrace the World Wide Web for advertising. The mobile space evolves very, very quickly, but I think it's always great to hear firsthand what some of the experiences are really all about.
Sure. We're all about driving revenue, and that might sound like a well duh. But really what we're doing is we're tapping into the behaviors and interests of 136 million Americans who use their phone for something other than talking, or in addition to talking. And that really is our secret sauce. What we're looking to do is to tap into what people are already doing. And there's great promise in mobile advertising and delivering banners and video. And those things may come, may not come, and may come over the course of time. But really the ability for us to grow our business and to grow our customers' business is activity today. And as I mentioned in our presentation, there's nothing squishy that sells right now. It really has to do with where has it been done before, what can I expect, and how can I measure this? And our system, the hipcricket system, allows real-time measurement. And it also allows you to see within a 15-minute block, you had a call to action, did it or did it not work?
Absolutely, and one of the speakers was talking earlier about the difficulty or the challenges that off-deck versus on-deck has had. And one of the solutions in making off-deck content more successful is that the marketer, the advertiser, the merchandiser needs to have an understanding of how they're actually interacting with the consumer, and that is coming through a reporting mechanism.
Absolutely. So our system is web-based, and it allows the customer, the advertiser or the broadcaster, to literally run the system and to change a campaign on the fly, be really flexible. So an example is Coffee Bean spot on Clear Channel Los Angeles. The first spot didn't have a strong enough call to action. It was a branding spot. And it really wasn't what the advertiser, Coffee Bean, wanted. They wanted foot traffic to their store. So with a simple tweak of the message in terms of, hey, come to the retailer and get a 2-for-1, it's all about the offer, and it's all about is the consumer going to engage? And we're asked the question all the time, well, what can I expect? Every offer is different. What you need to do is make it compelling. And what was important for Coffee Bean is they were able to tap into their consumer base. So more interaction, more trips to the store, but also tap into somebody who might be a different retailer's customer, and an ability to drive them in the store, and then they'll go, wait a minute, I really like this experience, I want to go back in for more. So Coffee Bean ended up spending 4 months worth of advertising with Clear Channel, and they had never spent a dime in advertising with anybody before.
Fantastic. Actually, there's two things there that I'd like to talk a little bit further about. The first of which that you had mentioned is that you've designed a system that allows your customer, the brand, if you will, to have more control over how they manage their campaigns, both in the campaign going out as well as the information coming in.
Right.
I actually haven't heard that being the case so much with other companies.
Okay. It's interesting having worked with broadcasters and brands. In our experience, the brand business is a bit different. We work directly with brands, or we work directly with advertisers, advertising agencies or promotions agencies or PR firms. And in those particular cases, primarily they're looking for us to run the mobile integrated part of the campaign. And they're not really looking to know if the system is flexible. They need it to be measurable. They need it to be accountable.
Right.
It's the broadcasters who really, in a 24/7 kind of situation, are having an ability to create a campaign, to change a campaign up. And it is so simple to use that a DJ on the air can ask for some information. The example I cited was Paris Hilton gets arrested. And it's the conversation of the morning.
Right.
So that the DJ is able to fire up an instant poll and get responses through text, and able to look, okay, in this 15-minute block, what did it do? Have real-time information for the listeners that will find value, but also have an ability to say, this did that.
Right, right.
And again, nobody is buying the promise of mobile without buying the results that mobile is bringing.
Right. I think that component of your business model fits in with the intense personalization of the mobile device. And it fits in with the fact that it's not just a personal experience for the person holding the phone, but it becomes a more personalized experience for the company that wants to send a message out over a mobile phone.
Right. And being here at MMA, it's all about staying within the guidelines.
Right.
And it's about respecting the consumer.
Absolutely.
And again, that's why opt-in is so valuable. A quick example is I wanted to buy a navigation system for my car. So I wanted information at a given time on products and services. But I bought the product. Now I don't want that pipe open anymore. So it's all about my control, my ability to say stop, or my ability to not respond to a text. And we're able to send you one text to ask you, do you want more information?
Right.
Do you want an ongoing dialogue? And if you don't respond, or you say stop, we're done.
Right.
And people like us who live by the rules are able to succeed. It's some other people, if they were to offend that makes it all tougher for everybody to engage the consumer and have the consumer trust.
Absolutely. It's like every advertiser's, I guess, nightmare, if you will. If you make a customer unhappy once, they talk so much about it that it sort of goes much further than that one bad experience. So it works all the way around. But the second thing, Jeff, that you had mentioned, that just sort of as we finish off here, I wanted to comment on, that you mentioned that Coffee Bean hadn't ever spent money on a major advertising campaign before.
Right.
And one of the things that I think is also very important, and we do talk about a lot, is the convergence of the different types of advertising mediums in order to make a campaign work.
Right.
It's not just about the mobile marketing end of things. It's not just about what they see on television or what they see in a magazine.
Sure.
It's about how they all feed off each other. And I think it's really, it speaks to the impact of what the mobile end of things can do. If that's what has this company now willing to invest resources in advertising, because they can see the results, then it continues to kind of feed into that whole sort of circular relationship.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's all about the call to action and making it compelling. So in our particular case, we might create a campaign. We need to work with all the partners. So the creative needs to support what we're trying to do. An example is we did a campaign with a major brand, and we had a short coat on 1 billion wrappers, candy wrappers. But there was no strong call to action in advertising. And not that many people literally were able to, looked at a candy wrapper and said, there's something that I'm being asked to do here.
Right.
So to your point, it's all about everybody working together. There are very few campaigns that are mobile only. Mobile is a great extension, because when you leave your house, you take your phone with you.
Yeah.
And when you're in your house, more and more that phone is your personal device there as well. So there's definitely not a separation of day parts or anything like that.
Wonderful. Well, Jeff, thanks so much for joining us today. We appreciate that. We've been speaking here with Jeff Hasen
Right.
from hipcricket, and we're here at the Mobile Marketing Association. I'm Michelle Sklar with BNetTV.com.